Okay. Baby, I'm mine. Baby. What's goody, guys? I know I said I wasn't gonna do something. Oh, that was a cool review. Mirror, I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was kind of cool. But I know I said I wasn't gonna do one of these again, but I'm on the go right now, and I just was like, there's something on my mind, and I would love to speak about it. Let me go ahead and do that. So I think this is gonna be a cool ride. I got a long way to go, so I'm like, you know what? Let me speak what's on my mind right now. All right, so the other day I was watching a video and it kind of made me cry and tear up a little bit. Not cry, like no sobbing. It was just like a damn, that was heartfelt. Like that was, that was nice. And it made me realize, oh shit, I did not do any intro. You see how discombobulated? Hold on. Welcome back to another episode of Present Not Perfect. I am your host, Mimi Jeanite. Now let's get into it. All right. So yeah, the other day I was watching this video and it had me thinking, like, when people fall in love or want to grow in love, there's a lot of sacrifice that needs to happen in order for it to be something that stands the test of time. To keep that longevity, there's a lot of sacrifice. Even before getting into the relationship, there's a lot of self-reflection just to make sure you're not moving out of selfishness that needs to occur. Otherwise, you're always going to have that tendency, that manipulation tactic to kind of make the other person want to gravitate toward you. But most times that shit is not really hitting the way you think it's about to hit, because that energy is tied into the move that you just made. That action you just did, the energy behind it is not of pure intent, it's manipulation. For an example, say you got your yeah, right? But they're kind of like evading you. They just need their space a little bit, and it's kind of affecting you negatively, and you just want to be around them. You end up sending them a text stating how, oh, you're doing something super important and you need help from them in some type of way. There's a lot of manipulation in that because you are aware. Now, if there is something like that happens where it's like, okay, yeah, I have this thing that I'm doing and I need your assistance, and it's actually you need their assistance, it's not you just trying to see them, then it's not having that energy behind it. So then, you possibly will make way farther with that than trying to manipulate the situation to just see them so that they would have to see you. In my own life, I did this not to be vindictive or spiteful. I was just trying to see dude, right? I needed something installed, and because this person has expertise within this thing that I needed installed, I was like, yo, I need you to help me install this, please. And I had to really be honest with myself, like, hey, you're doing this manipulatively because you just want to see this man. You want to see him, and this is why you're making this move right now. But is it the best move to make if you're having to manipulate the situation just to see them? Like, nah, just leave that shit alone. Like, leave it alone. But in the moment, I was kind of lying to myself because it's like, yeah, I do need this. There's no one else that can help me with this. There's nobody else. And it was some time until it was like, nah, you do have other people that can help you with this. You just want to see this person, which is it. There's no problem with wanting to see somebody, but the way we go about that is gotta be some purity to it. Otherwise, we taint the whole thing. Like, we make it bad, and you might not even get what you want, and you look a damn fool because you thinking that the person isn't gonna catch the vibe that you are doing this because you want to see them, but the whole time the energy is lashed onto it. By the time it reaches them, it's already over, dude. They already know. The energy is there. There's a lot where it's like, okay, even before getting into a relationship, there's a lot of sacrifice that would have to happen within your own self just to be able to like let the person be who they are, but also realizing that if it's meant to be, then it will be. So there's no need to persuade, convince, manipulate any of that. You know, there's no need for any of it. If there is a moment where it's like, I am wanting to see this person and there's nothing that is going to stop me from wanting to see this person, I would implore you to go ahead and, you know, just take some time for yourself. Ask yourself, why is it that you're so obsessed or fascinated or just completely immersed with seeing this person? Why? Why are you so in need to see this person? Look within yourself and ask yourself that question just so you can gauge where you're actually coming from. This way you can check your intent, check your reasoning as to why you're even going to make the move in the first place. And if you find within yourself that, okay, it's not because I'm trying to be in their space just to be in their space and they don't reciprocate that right now, or something negative where it's like you are being manipulative. If it's not anything like that and you realize, okay, yeah, this is something where I actually genuinely need help or need to reach out to them and facilitate some type of communication, do your thing. But if it is the former, I would implore that you just pray for them. If you feel like, damn, I'm about to get manipulative, or I am going to move from a manipulative, I don't even know what word I'm looking for right now. But if you're going to make a manipulative move and you're aware of that, go ahead and just pray for that person. If you don't pray, think about that person and hope that they're doing well. I would say pray though, but you know, if you don't pray, think about that person and hope that they're doing well. Don't wish any negativity on them, because if you do that, you're wishing negativity on yourself, by the way. But yeah, don't wish negativity on them. Just allow it to unfold, you know, just allow them to be and hope that they're doing well. Hope that they are making a change within their life that is good for them. Hopefully they are good. They're not in a space where they're just going through mental anguish, because honestly, we don't know what people are going through as to why they do not feel like they need to share the same space with us in a moment where they feel like they don't need to share the same space with us. We have no idea what's going on in their life if they choose not to open up to us in that way fully. And even with that, even if it's just you are getting to know somebody, you're getting to know somebody for the, you know, like you're spending time, like, but then something happens and it's like, oh shit, what's going on? I feel like you should be able to go ahead and state to yourself, like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling this person and they're kind of like moving back. So let me not get anxious. Let me not get to the point where I feel like something is not here for me. And if it is that point where it's like, okay, I have to assess this situation and just let it go, at least you did not do anything within the relationship that could sabotage what you actually want from the relationship. Who knows, like down the line, years down the line, when everything clears up in their life, if they have something going on within their life that needs clearing, they could come back and remember, like, wow, there was this person that I was getting to know that I really enjoyed myself with, that I would appreciate having in my life right now, since everything is good, everything's kosher. And even with that, it's like, okay, sometimes you might be able to just keep contact with that person for a moment while they get their life together, and you'll have to sacrifice what you want within the relationship, because if you wanted to get further along and the person isn't ready to get to that point, but they still would choose to talk to you, that's a blessing, bro. Take that. That gives you time to really understand yourself within the relationship and understand that person and see how they move when things are not going the best way in their life, or see how they move when they have their boundaries. Like, it's a great opportunity for the relationship. I was a clinger, and my last relationship, it allowed me to see that it's not bad to cling, but it's not okay to not understand where you are. as a person. If there's confusion and you feel like you don't understand what's going on within the relationship and the person is telling you, hey, I am not happy right now with myself, for you to take that personally, it would be a disservice. It would be like shooting yourself in the foot to try and make them still be in something where they're not fulfilled. Because if somebody's not happy within their life and it has nothing to do with you, your presence is only going to make it more frustrating, because if they would love to be able to do something for you, or if they would love to be able to just integrate in some type of way, or just be able to be free and like breathe within your presence, it's not going to happen in that moment, because they are not prepared. They are not feeling that within themselves. And if you are somebody that is aware that you cannot make somebody happy unless they are happy, you can only elevate someone's happiness or decrease it, then you're gonna have to be okay to let that person go and do their thing. And I had to learn that in a way where it's like, okay, even if I'm trying to love somebody, and the one thing that I'm good at is loving someone, like loving my people, like that's something that I've always been so hard on from a child. Like that is my thing. I love. So if I'm, just trying to show somebody, hey, I love you, but I constantly just want my way with certain things, while the expression from them is, I can't do this right now, that's selfish. That's what I'm saying. The sacrifice is deep. It's going to have to be like, okay, if you actually love this person, the surface can be your actions, but the foundation is a lot of compromise and sacrifice. It's really allowing that person to find their wholeness so they can feel like they can be whole with you. It's not like they're throwing you away if they hold their boundary for themselves. But if you feel like you're being thrown away, or you feel like there's some type of miscommunication or there's distance, then you have to check yourself to be aware of the things you can do to help yourself. Like there's something that is neglected within you that is making you feel neglected. Therefore, it's like, if you can go ahead and fix the neglect within yourself, while this person is fixing whatever they have going on within their life, that space will grow the relationship light years away. Like you will catapult the relationship into a dimension that you did not even expect it to be in. And I cannot wait to be in a situation like that. I've learned so much through my relationships. And this last one that I've had was like one of the greatest in the book. There were a lot of things that I had to like filter through. I'm not saying the relationship was perfect, right? Like there was a lot of things that I had to work through. There was a lot of things that I had to filter, but it was one of the best relationships that I could have been in, to allow myself to understand that the intensity of my love does not need to over exasperate the relationship. So if we can allow ourselves a little bit of insight for our own individual selves within the two-party relationship. If you got polygamy going on, I don't know that side. I cannot help you. But I think it would be the same principle, to be honest. I think it would be the same fundamentals. But, just to be transparent, I don't know about that shit. So I'm sure there's channels out there for that. And yeah, so from that point, it's just like, okay, if the person is not prepared to be in a relationship, but the chemistry, the coming together, that energy, it's something palpable. Like you can literally touch it low key. Like if it's like that, you should be able to have enough within you to hold space for that person. Because there's a lot of ain't shit ass people out here in the world, bro. And a lot of that love that you want to give can become so intense to a person that is trying to get their life together, or that is trying to manifest something within their life, like a career or travels whatever it is that they actually are trying to do for their own self, their own driven goals. They want to do something and it has nothing to do with the relationship. And if they don't feel fulfilled within themselves, they cannot feel fulfilled within the relationship. And now it's like, okay, let me hold space for you. Let me go ahead and give you your time while I go ahead and set up my stuff too, because it's not like you're just not able to be friends still. Like the example I gave, like you could go ahead and still talk to that person and allow them to just grow with you as you guys are moving in whatever state you're in, continuing to develop that so that when it is time to go ahead and elevate the relationship, both parties are ready. Both parties feel whole within themselves. Both parties understand a lot more about the other, and it just moves forward from there. Like it's nothing that can end or trip up or surprise you unless that person ain't shit. Yeah, just hoping that it continues to be great. You know, you feel the energy, you definitely trust yourself, so you'll be able to peep a slight move, a slight direction shift. And as long as you guys are able to continue communication and keeping it honest with each other, then everything works out. I think the prayer too, like the prayer, just sending them good vibes, just sending them something that will most likely help them with the situation that they're in. Because the same way you send that text when you're trying to manipulate the situation to see them, the same way that energy is sent with that text, you can send off energy just by thinking of them and sending it. Just send it like a text. Like literally, they will receive it in a way that will be beneficial to them. The same way you could think of a negative thing, be like, damn, I wish they knew. That is being sent to that person, but it's also being sent to you. So be careful with that one. Definitely send them what they need, especially if they've expressed to you what their ailment is. Pray for them. And even if the relationship ends, pray for them. Pray that they make it out of whatever the bullshit that they feel like they're in, or pray for them that they'd be able to reach their goal that they feel they need to reach. Pray for them. Allow them to hold that light. Like, yes, I love you. Like, that's the purest thing you could do for real. That's the purest thing you could do. It really had me like open my eyes. Like shit. Like I've been trying to do it in the most healthy way, you know, because we grow up and we pick up a lot of these tendencies that kind of just don't sit right with everybody. So we have to understand these things that need to change because we're not the only ones on the planet. So things can't just happen the way we want it. And to understand that, okay, to give something time, to give something grace, to give something space, and just to let it go and let it be its own thing. Kind of piggybacking off one of the episodes that I did where it was like, we are not property. I cannot own you as a person. You cannot own me as a person. And really holding that, I've been learning all of this. And it's not the funnest thing to go through because there's a lot of heartache through that, you know? But there's a lot of heartache through doing it in the way that doesn't help anybody. There's a lot of heartache in the manipulation tactic when it doesn't go your way. There's a lot of heartache in doing things where it's like you want it your way versus doing it in a way that will benefit both parties. That's where the heartache lies. Because I don't feel like if I were to just allow the person I was in a relationship with to just handle their stuff and just take it in and just allow myself to just focus on what I needed to focus on, it was like I was at the same time I'm focused on what I'm needing to do for myself as a person and as an individual. I'm also trying to make the relationship like grow at the same time. I'm growing and I see how I'm growing and it's like, ooh, I want us to grow in that same rate. And it was just like, nah, I'm sabotaging shit. Like I'm following the footsteps of things, you know, people that I saw things happen with and it possibly worked out for them. But if both people aren't on the same page, that shit ain't gonna fly, bro. That shit ain't gonna work out. So if I'm allowing myself to continue the cycle, it's not helping anything. It's really eye-opening and very helpful for me now moving forward. I don't know if I'm gonna start dating anytime soon, but I do find that I learn a lot about shit when I am in a relationship. It's just I think I need to slow down, you know, type shit. because I focused on relationships for a lot of my younger years. I focused a lot on like trying to give love, to receive love in a lot of my younger years. And I've come to a point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm loved enough by the people that want to be in my life right now. And the people that come in, I can, gauge, assess, and do whatever I have to do from that. But right now, I'm good. I am good with the love I have in my life. I know and I love and I trust the people that I have in my life right now, and it's good for me. So let me go ahead and take all of that and let that fuel me, and then just focus on my shit and make my legacy happen. And then if somebody comes in and we share some type of reciprocation for each other, some type of, we vibing off of each other, we feel like this is happening. And if I can just implement all of the tools I picked up within the years, within that next relationship of mine, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be great, but I don't have to focus solely on being in a relationship as something that is going to fulfill me, because to this point, it's just been learning for me. So I'm really grateful to all of my exes. Thank you. Really grateful, because without y'all, I wouldn't be in this position. But without God, the Most High, I probably wouldn't have even understood the concept. So thank you there too. It's just a lot within relationships and understanding self and, coming together, making two people one, just being full and understanding that there's going to be times when it's not going to work the way you thought, but sometimes it could work better than you thought. You have no idea what would happen if you just allow somebody to just do what they have to do, and then who knows? Because with the video that I saw, if they were still in contact with each other over the span of 3 years, they were still in contact with each other. They were like Bible smugglers. Like, they travel the world, and these third world countries where everything's kind of impoverished, they go out there and they try to help. Like, so their hearts were already in the right place. They are doing what they can to help move people closer to, like, okay, we are all in this together. We are the people of the world, so why not work together? So their hearts were already in that loving space. So when they found each other and they were hanging out, like 3 weeks, they were hanging out with each other as they were in this spot. And the dude confessed like his desire to want to get to know chick, but when chick was like, I'm not ready for a relationship right now. So, but we can still, be friends, because I really appreciate you as a friend over the span of these 3 weeks. I'm chilling with you, bro. And I'm paraphrasing, like I'm speaking in my own terms, but this is basically what happened. So from there, it's literally like, if they can go ahead and speak to each other for as long as they did, 3 years, and they were like still doing their own thing. She had her thing going on and he had his thing going on, and they both still showed that they liked each other. Like, dude was trying every which way to just go ahead and like meet her, but then every time he was feeling like he needed to, something would happen, and it was like, okay, maybe it's not the time, maybe I need to chill and wait. And that allowed for him to learn more about himself, so that he doesn't taint the relationship, because he found himself texting her, being manipulative, trying to get her attention, trying to show himself off like he's doing something big and that she should be proud of him, or at least acknowledge the good works that he was doing, so that he could get some type of validation, or like show that she appreciates what he's doing in some way. And she started to kind of fall off. Like, she was like not messaging him as usual as she would. Like, the communication started falling way back, like way off. So he noticed, he was like, you know what, I was doing this for the wrong purpose. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna stay single for the rest of my life until something happens. If something happens, then great. If nothing happens, then great. I'm still good on my decision. I don't want to be with anybody if nobody wants to be with me. And he was good with it, but they were still friends, so they were able to like still keep up their relationship, their friendship, and stay in contact. Then he went and he did a whole mission in Haiti when the earthquake happened, and there was one of his mentors there, or somebody that he was working with, that apparently knew her dad. Well, he was her dad's mentor. So soon to be husband dude didn't notice. The story is so beautiful, and this is why I was like tearing up for real, because it was like, wow, that is so beautiful. You never know how things could happen, and you just got to keep an open heart and an open mind. But I'm digressing. Let me finish the story. after he left Haiti, there was a flight that he was thinking he was going to be able to take from Haiti to Ohio, which is where Chick was. But something in him told him there was something else he needed to do. So he took a flight from Haiti to Cali instead. Now, while he's in Cali, he finishes what he was doing there. And then they ask him, they're like, where are you going next? And he was like, well, I hope I can go to, Ohio. That's where I want to go, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. Then one of the dudes was like, oh, I'm moving there in 4 weeks or something like that. So yeah, like I can, drop you or something, if you need. So like a few days go by, but dude is, kind of making his way. Like his friend's name is Ryan. I'm gonna actually use his name because dude used his name. His friend's name that he was in Cali with is Ryan, that is moving to Ohio. So Ryan is in Ohio now, and soon-to-be husband calls Ryan while Ryan is in Ohio, and something happens while Ryan is like applying for a job, and it's in a restaurant, and Ryan goes ahead and screams out Chick's name in the restaurant because soon-to-be husband was like, yeah, I need to find whatever her name was. And Ryan screams her name in the restaurant, random restaurant this dude is in, yelling this girl's name. Somebody screams out, yeah, that's Lee's sister. Okay. So out of just pure, you are in alignment type shit. That shit was beautiful, right? So he's able to make it to Ohio. And this is when he finds out that the dude that he was working with in Haiti was the mentor for the dad and already had spoke on his behalf before he even made it to Ohio to go ahead and take this girl and like court her and actually fully be in a relationship finally after 3 years of them doing their shit. But he didn't even have to do much to persuade the father, like, yo, I am with good intention here. Like, I love your daughter. I wanted to be with her for the longest time, but it just wasn't the right time. And now I'm ready. We are good to do this. And they're married happily, 3 kids. And it's just like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. And they're still doing their shit. They're still doing their missionary shit, bro. So it's just like to hold somebody and try to manipulate just to get what you want. It doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any justice for either party, because then down the line, you're going to resent. You're going to resent someone. Thankfully, I didn't get there with the person I was with, because it could have got there fast. It could have got there quick if I stayed longer doing the most. It could have been bad. So I'm just grateful that I've finally been able to understand that piece about being an individual and trying to be in a relationship. And when my next relationship comes in, I'm definitely going to be a lot better mentally and emotionally and possibly physically. But anyway, yeah, so the sun is definitely going down, and I feel like I've said my piece on this, and I'm just really grateful right now to be made aware and to be able to share this with you guys, just in case somebody needs this, clarity for their own life. Like, you are good. You are good for yourself. And if you find yourself going through a situation where you feel like you're about to manipulate somebody, slow down, calm down, breathe, take a breath, ask yourself, where is this coming from and why you feel like you need to do this? Find your intention and then move from there. If it's the wrong intention, if it's an intention of manipulation just to get this person to do what you want in the moment, don't do it. You're going to fuck it up. You're going to fuck it up. Now, if it's where you're genuinely hoping for their betterment, you're hoping for their good, you're doing the communication thing because of something that they need or that you genuinely need, not just to see them or get whatever it is that you want in that moment, then do it. Yeah. Because then the energy behind it is going to be great. And it's not going to sabotage anything. It's not going to cause any influx of bullshit in your life. And there's also, because the intensity and the integrity of the relationship will falter. It's just a matter of time at that point. But yeah, I think I'm good here. I want to go ahead and tell you guys, you got this. You got this. Life can be a little tricky sometimes, but the moment we just allow ourselves to be ourselves truly and slow down, think about what we're doing and why we're doing it, we can make a lot of waves. We can make a lot of changes, and things will be a lot better just to be able to be good. Be good for it. Like, no need for anybody, no need for outside validation, just good within yourself and happy for real, I don't know, this time it wasn't so bad in the car. It wasn't so bad. I do appreciate you guys watching to this point. If you are still here, that's that love right there, and I appreciate you. Go ahead and smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. I haven't told y'all to do this before, but you know, do that little bell, I guess, you know, because I be doing some premieres, like just to let everybody know that a video is coming out. So yeah, this way you don't miss any of my videos. I am an artist, so I definitely got some music on the platforms that you may like. I think I'm gonna do like a listening party one day just to allow everybody to like kind of gauge my vibe for real. And I'll see what that'll be like. I'll see what kind of thing that'll be like, if it's gonna be a live or if it's gonna be like a little concert thingy. You guys let me know what you guys want for real in the comment section below. I'm definitely down for just being creative with y'all and just like allowing myself to be myself, just to be able to express the music with y'all and let y'all feel me on a deeper level. That would be great. I would love it. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and share the content, share the love. If anything, all of the information that you would need to know about me is down below. You can find me everywhere at Mimi Jeanite. Pretty easy, I would say. Yeah, so you've been watching Present Not Perfect. I'm your host, Mimi Jeanite. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Driving with my knee. Only real drivers know how to do that shit. Don't be doing that shit. Don't follow the leader now, okay? All right, guys. I love you. Till next time. Mwah. Bye.